SPCS.
Sorry.
Please welcome Ms. Leung and Ms. Wong.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Sandy Leung, and this is Patricia Wong. So we are from St. Paul's Convent School. So today we're very happy to share with you our STEAM education in our school. Okay, so actually, STEM, as most of you know, stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But we focus more on the E. Besides engineering, we also focus on environment and entrepreneurship. So for the guiding principle to promote STEM education, so we take the learner-centered approach and to provide our students with essential learning experiences. So we'll balance among different purposes, views, and interests. And we build on our strengths, so we'll elaborate more later, like our diversified interest program to solve the problem of time limitation. And we also make good connection with business parties and tertiary institutes to solve the problem of human resources. So more importantly, we want it to be a continuous development process rather than a one-off project. So to strengthen STEM education, so we integrate the curricula of science, technology, mathematics for the effective learning. So we enrich our learning activities for students and to provide learning and teaching resources, enhance professional development of school and teachers, and to strengthen partnership with communities' key stakeholders. So we'll continuously conducting reviews and disseminating good practice like today. So STEM emphasizes on collaboration, communication, critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, and research. So we aim to cultivate quality STEM learners. So who can focus on real-world issues, hands-on, open-minded, to be a good team worker and responsible risk taker. So also persistent and FAIL, so it's first attempt in learning. So we believe failure is an opportunity to explore further. So in our school, so STEM education is implemented at 4 levels. So in school, we infuse STEM component in our daily learning. So our curriculum provide basic knowledge in the STEM subjects. So beyond classroom, so we have our diversified interest program, and we provide ample of other learning opportunities for students to explore their interests and stretch their potentials. So after internalizing the concepts, so we encourage them to unleash their creativity and put ideas into actions. So students with their self-directed and initiated projects, so they join in lots of competitions and receive many awards, which recognize their efforts and creativity. So we also offer lots of global exchange opportunity to broaden their horizons and let them to visualize the potential of STEM. So in school, at curriculum level, so science-related subjects we offer like integrated science, physics, chemistry, biology. So in technology, we have ICT and some special school programs like Enrich IT program, home economics, which is infused with the food technology, like the 3D food printing, creative media production, and other mathematics subjects, which provide the tools for them to apply STEM. So one of the special programs is the Enriched IT program. So it's a 5 million IT project to enhance students' IT, logical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills. So we are one of the 8 selected schools to implement this project for 4 cohorts. So it comprises of 2 parts. So we have the Enriched IT class, which include the creativity, coding, robotics, and programming classes. So we also have lots of enriched IT activities, which foster an IT atmosphere and stimulate student interest in the area. So beyond the classroom, so we encourage students to learn outside classroom. So we have our one-to-one iPad project and other e-learning platforms and online electronic resources to encourage them to learn outside classroom. So we have also lots of student clubs and societies, so which allow them to explore their interests further. So in our diversified interest program, like the LG growing project, so young engineering, young scientists, etc. So this can allow them to deepen the understanding on a selected area and to stretch their potential further. So one of the examples is our aeroplane building project. So in this aeroplane building project, our students assembled an RV-8 aeroplane in campus. So under the guidance of a pilot. So when it became too big to be housed in our classroom, so it was sent to HECO for further assembling. So our student drilled holes, hammered nails into the metal sheets, which are part of the aircraft. So they gained lots of experiences in aviation theories and aerodynamics. So this 8-year project, so with the completion of the plane inspiration, so in 2015, so this plane completed its round-the-world trip in 2016. So as we have mentioned, we have the Diversified Interest Program. So this is offered on every Wednesday afternoon with over 40 courses conducted and allowed students to choose whatever they are interested in. So we have many STEAM-related courses. So this provides minds-on, hands-on activities and opportunities to stretch their potential further. So then my colleague Patricia will talk about the competition level.
So just now there was a question for another speaker about what's the value of competition. Well, our school believes that competition encourages our students to express themselves and as well as to develop a wide range of skills. For me, I think every competition got the focus and they have very clear objective, and so the students will be gathered together to work on the common goal for a period of time. So in terms of skills, I think time management skills as well as collaboration skills has been fully equipped after joining competitions. And apart from that, while they're joining competitions, they will treasure the feedback from the professional adjudicators. I think even the adjudicators say one word like well done or good, then that will be more significant than a 1-hour lecture by me. And also they will also treasure what they found about the other competitors or their partners, or because they have learned a lot from them and they know how to improve themselves. They know what are their weaknesses. So competition is a very key element in STEM education. So we encourage our students to join lots of competitions, and actually most of them are self-initiated and self-motivated, and they approach the teachers and said that they would like to join those competitions. And among all of them, I would like to highlight some which will give you some idea that what kind of competitions that secondary level students in Hong Kong can achieve. So first of all, it's a Technovation Hong Kong pitch competition in which our students have made different kinds of mobile apps. And this team of students have made an app called ASAP Health, which help the patients and caretakers to find out the nearest hospital is the government hospital using the GPS, as well as giving the information about the estimated waiting time. And their app drawn real-time data from the hospital authority database. So this is very useful, and this is very practical, and this is very related to our society, and that's why they've got the championship, and they were invited to represent Hong Kong to compete in San Francisco for the global competition. And the other kind of competition is science competition. 2 teams of our students joined the same competition, and one of them got a champion, the other got the first runner-up. The champion group, for the champion group, their project is called Manufacture of Artificial Skin. It's rooted from they saw the accident of dust explosion in Taiwan, and they think they should do something, and they have got the idea of using different kind of materials to make artificial skin. And the first runner-up team, because they've got team members who are allergic to milk, so she cannot take milk daily, and so they think of a project that they have invented tea bags that will provide you with the taste of milk when you put inside the tea. So the tea bag can be used recycled for 15 times. So both projects got very good, they've got prizes, a champion and second runner-up, and the students were selected to go to the Roche company in Switzerland for exchange with the scientists. And also we've joined this Hong Kong Youth Science and Technology Innovation Competition, in which they've contained different categories like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and also art. So they've got the science fiction drawing competition, and all our students got awards in all these categories, and they enjoyed it very much. And since we've got a lot of students joining this competition as well as getting into the finals, so our school got the STEM School Award as well as Outstanding Participating School Award. And also this Greater Bay Area STEM Excellence, which was just held recently. In this competition, our students also presented their different projects related to STEAM. So since time is limited, I'm not going to talk much on the details of every project that they've done. But actually, since, again, due to the number of projects that we've submitted to this competition, we've got the Best Participation Award as well as the Best STEM School Award in Hong Kong and in Greater Bay Area. And also, this is another science project which our students use graphene as their, for their scientific investigation, and they were chosen to represent Hong Kong to join the Genius Olympiad 2019 in the United States. And also, when you talk about design, our students also join some competition, not only with STEM, but also the A. So this is a 3D printing design competition where our students have to redesign the Hopewell Center. So you can see the new Hopewell Center that they have redesigned were 3D printed, and this is a project called Our Glamorous Victoria Harbour. And actually, the organizer have chosen 20 landmarks in Hong Kong, and each team will be responsible for designing one landmark, to redesign one new landmark. And all of the winners' product were printed out, and they were being put in a large world map, and that's you can see in the photo in the middle. At the middle, behind the students is the 3D printed model of the Victoria Harbour, and actually it has created the first Guinness record in the world for the largest number of 3D printed sculptures on a single display. And also, as Sandy has just told you, that STEAM, the E, also represent environmental as well as entrepreneurship in our school, because we believe that the students are doing the project for some purpose. We don't want them to do the project on doing sake, and that's why we think that entrepreneurship is the very important step, because they should know the target, and they should know how to pitch the project to the target, and they should know how to develop a business plan. At least they have to research on the market and find out whether there are similar products before they invent something. And so our students were encouraged to join this Smart City Business Plan competition, in which they've got champion with their project Smart Fine System, which help to issue electronic illegal parking tickets to drivers, as well as electronically deliver to them and allow them to submit their fine, to collect their fine by electronical way. And they have also think very innovatively that if you pay the fine on time or within several days or therefore several hours, you will get a discount. And so they've got the Champion and Most Creativity Award. And so apart from competitions, for individual students or different teams of students, our school also joined different competitions. And we were announced to be the UNESCO China Sustainable Development Education 20 Years Outstanding Team this year, just this year. And we've also got the Smart People Award, Outstanding STEM Education presented by the ETNet Smart City. We are also an exemplary and experimental school and, for UNESCO Sustainable Development, Education for Sustainable Development in Hong Kong and China. And there are a lot of, we are also a professional development school in which we lead different schools in different years for leading them in STEM or STEAM-related projects. And we also get different chances. We also seize every opportunities to exchange with others, such as this expo, which was held at the Victoria Park for the 20th anniversary of the returning of Hong Kong to China, and our students showcased their STEM projects with the public. And also, we hold an annual STEM carnival inside our school. And so in the previous year, we've got 24 schools joining to host a booth inside our school to showcase the STEM projects. And this year, we have 37 schools. And in the 2 different years, we've got 8,000 visitors. And this year, we've got 11,000 visitors to our schools in the 3-day program. And for global experiences, we go to different places, like the Oxford University as well as the Cambridge University for STEM courses, and also places like Hawaii or even China, Fukzhou, Snapdragon headquarters. And this is a very new initiative, which is a cross-curricular project in our school, which include the effort of the Chinese department, the IT department, business department, and science department. And so you can see there is a Chinese herb garden built inside our school. And we've got different groups of people doing different things. For Form 1 and Form 2 students, they collect information about Chinese herb, and they will develop AR markers. And you can see on the wall of the garden, there will be AR markers, which were linked to some resources, as well as linked to the big data database that developed by our Form 1 and 2 students. And our organic farming group is responsible to plant all the Chinese herbs inside the garden. And we will also invite our sister school in mainland China to contribute to our big data. And also for Form 3 and Form 4 students, a group of them were allocated to follow a professor in Hong Kong UST to investigate on different characteristics of different Chinese herbs. And then they target to develop SPCS brand herbal drink. And also for Form 4 and Form 5 students, they have applied learning on Chinese medicine, as well as, and for the Form 5 and Form 6 students, for the business students, they will try to draw, write a business plan for our herbal tea and try to promote it to the public. And so after a year, and we have already planted over 30 kinds of Chinese herbs in our Chinese herb garden, and AR markers were posted on the wall with video links, and also our herbal drink development team has already found out a special formula for making a special health drink, and the next step is the entrepreneurship part. The new inspiration is that we try to find out the use of LEUNG in our human health.
For our way forward, so we will continue to develop lifelong learners in the direction of smart cities. Smart signifying the efficient and effective use of resources on the cradle for integrating technology, innovation, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. So from the data you'll see, so we have an increasing number of graduates that will pursue in their further study in STEM-related area. So it marked our effort, prove our effort in correct direction. Okay, we'll continue to continue our professional development and to build more networks. So we'll pioneer innovations and encourage the application of STEM to improve our world. So we'll try to incorporate more 8 elements to make a STEM education more complete. So STEM to us also stand for the student and teacher engaged in making the future. Thank you.
Okay, so again, Q&A session. Please enter your questions onto the platform. So the first question here is that does every student have a chance to participate in all those competitions, or is it just for a few outstanding students? And will the participation into too many competitions put more stress onto students?
Well, actually, everything happened in our school as involuntary base, and we put the students' choice as our top priority. And so we didn't choose anybody to join any kind of competitions, such as like the speech festival, not talking about STEM. Speech festival, every student can join, every class can join if they want to join. And that's why we usually have like a large number of students joining, different kind of competition. And for the STEM competition, usually it's initiated by the students. Whenever we receive the invitation on any competition, we will promote it to the students. And for those who are interested, they will approach us, the teachers, who they think they can rely on, or who they would like them to be their mentor. And then depend on our time and depend on our expertise, we will, usually encourage them to join the competition if they so wish to. And if it is all initiated by the students, you will find that they don't think it's stressful at all because they like it. Otherwise, they will not suggest, they will not, nominate themselves to you. And also, their nomination in front of you represent their ownership to the project and to the competition, as well as they promise that they will put the effort in, to finish the project. And so this is to the first question. And the second question, will the students be joining so many competitions? Well, it depends, because for some students, competitions is really an opportunity for them to learn rather than adding stress to them. And because some students told me that by joining some competitions, they tried something that they don't understand in the daily learning will be clarified through those competitions, through doing those projects. And that's why there are some students who learn by doing. And so they love learning by doing. And so they will nominate themselves to a lot of competitions. But for those who think that they want to join one or two or just want to have a try, then they can, they are free to choose. So I don't think there will be any stress for them.
Thank you. And the second question. So we heard lots of achievements by the students and your school. So after this sharing, what do you think as a participant here can bring back to their school or country as a learning or something new?
I think we have heard a lot from different speakers today, and I also thank the Ocean Park for organizing this very meaningful conference and the very first STEAM conference ever in Hong Kong. And I think we've got a lot of ideas, and we've heard a lot today. But what we have to do is really to walk out our talk. We heard a lot of theories. We heard about a lot of different schools or different experts, different professionals what they have done with their group of students or with their group of children. But to be frank and to come back to reality, I think it's based on the background of your students. You have to know your students, know your school, know the culture of your school, and especially the strength that you've got in your school. That means if you are we are talking about STEAM, which are five categories or 5 directions, but it's not necessary for us to start everything big or start everything in equal proportion in our school. I think based on your strength, if you've got very strong science teacher in the school, you better start with more science and add a little bit on mathematics, add a little bit on, like we are not very good in engineering because we are at girls' school, so we'll add like environmental, entrepreneurship. Start with what you are strong in, so that your staff, I mean the teachers, as well as the students will get at least a sense of satisfaction, or they will be content in doing something, and they will agree with your direction that they will be successful. I mean, so I think this is very important. Know your strength, start from your strength, and walk the talk.
Thank you so much, Ms. Leung and Ms. Wong. Thank you.